686 is Patrick McCarthy. We did a contest to try to win some of my gear. You know, you guys did a great job with tons of responses and questions, and I sifted through it all, picked my 5, and you guys will be getting sent out a box a little early holidays. So I hope you guys are having a killer season, and these are the 5 I chose. So here's my list, the 5 of you that I chose, wrote it down, and yeah, they're killer. Nice work, and these are my responses. So the first question I decided to choose was Jason Gilbert. I recently just broke my back. How do I get ready for the season? And it's a good question because, you know, people get a lot of injuries, and I think the key is to remain active, like find some sports or some activities that you can get in shape and maintain your physical, you know, situation. So when you get out there, you're ready to deal with the elements, and you know, that's the best way for me. So, you know, hiking, biking, anything you can do to go out there and stay active is the key. Next question is from Shred the Northwest, and he asks, when did I first start snowboarding, and when it turned into my career, did it change it for me, you know? And in 1989, I started snowboarding with my brother. You always look up to your brother, and up at Stevens Pass. And you know, that was 21 years ago or something, and you know, when it turned into a career, it was what I was working toward for a lot of years, so it felt really like the right thing, and you know, it's always been a very positive, you know, journey that I've been on, and I love everything about snowboarding, all the people that you meet, the places you go, the experiences that you get to have and share, and I think that, you know, not a whole lot of it changed. Obviously, I had to film a lot more and shoot a lot more, but I'm motivated by those things too, so it's all good. Next question is from Kirk True. He says, I'm not usually a superstitious man, but what do you feel about not calling last run? And I gotta totally agree with Kirk True. You can never call last run because it just seems like it's one of those things in snowboarding that you just never want to do. So anytime one of my friends I'm riding with, or when I'm riding, if we say, oh yeah, one more, let's get out of here, you know, we're just like, no way. You know, you always say one more, skip the last. Next question is from Bobby Browning out of Colorado. And he says, what's my favorite thing about the 686 gear that they provide me with? And I would just say, you know, living up here in the Northwest and dealing with all the different elements and the rain and the slush and the sleet and the snow and everything that we deal with is just the functionality of it, you know? Like, you put your jacket on, you don't want to be wondering when the snow's creeping in, like how wet you're gonna get. You just want to focus on going out there and having fun snowboarding, and that's what it's all about. So that's kind of my favorite thing, is just the overall function of how well it deals with the elements. Final question is from Joseph Carrick, and he says, were you able to commemorate the loss of Mikey P, and if so, do you feel his guiding light in your life, you know? And I think for me, like, Mikey P was a good friend of mine who was a big influential snowboarder, and he passed away three years ago in a car accident. I was with him. And you know, it's always important to remember those fallen soldiers and those people out there that killed it, that had the positive vibes and the good outlook on life. And a lot of times I do, like when I'm just cruising through the forest or out in the backcountry, or when I complete one of my goals in my snowboarding, I do think about Mikey P and that he's not here to witness it with me, but you know, I do feel his guiding spirit in life, and you know, do a lot of things in snowboarding, you know, with his presence of mind and thought behind it. Right on. Well, that's a wrap with the whole thing. I really appreciate all the responses that you guys gave, and I hope you all go out there and enjoy the winter and get after it, you know, and keep checking Wildcard and 686's website for more releases to come and footage, you know, from the season, what we're up to. So, all right, I hope you guys have a good one.